Welcome to Fix It with Jeff. In today's video, we're going to explore the oldest automobile manufacturers and where they're at today. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, like and share this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this content or if you don't. The feedback helps me develop content that you want to see. So let's begin. First on the list is Dodge. Founded as the Dodge Brothers Company, they began as a machine shop ran by brothers Horace Elgin Dodge and John Francis Dodge in the early 1900s. Now this next fact, not sure who's going to be more upset here. Is it going to be you Ford fans or you Mopar fans? But Dodge was originally a supplier of parts to different automakers such as Ford. Leave me a comment. Let me know your take on this. They began building complete automobiles under the Dodge Brothers brand in 1914. The factory located in Hamtramck, Michigan was the main factory from 1910 until it closed in 1980. Both brothers died in the early 1920s and the company was sold by their families in 1925 to Dillon Read & Company, which was an investment company, who then in 1928 sold the company to Chrysler, which is now Stellantis North America, officially named FCA, which stands for Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Under this umbrella are many of the companies we're going to be talking about today. Next on our list is the Ford Motor Company, commonly known as Ford. Headquartered in Dearborn, Michigan, it was founded by Henry Ford and incorporated on June 6 in 1903. Prior to this was the Henry Ford Company, which later became Cadillac and then acquired by General Motors Company. Ford introduced methods for large-scale manufacturing of cars and large-scale management of an industrial workforce using elaborately engineered manufacturing sequences typified by moving assembly lines. By 1914, these methods were known around the world as Fordism. Ford is the second largest U.S.-based automaker behind General Motors and the sixth largest in the world behind Toyota, Volkswagen Group, Hyundai Motors, Stellantis, and General Motors. As the automotive industry moves away from sedans and towards electric vehicle, Ford will mainly sell trucks, SUVs, and commercial vehicles. Since the beginning of 2021, Ford has only been making one car, the Ford Mustang. Another company, Renault, also known as the Renault Group, is a French manufacturer established in 1899. The Renault Corporation was founded in February of 1899 by Louis Renault and his brothers Marcel and Fernand. According to the Organization of International Automobile Manufacturers, in 2016, Renault was the 9th biggest automaker in the world by production volume. Renault is one of the world's largest automotive brands through its alliance with Nissan and Mitsubishi. The French automaker itself has long been absent from the American market, a gap it hopes to fill before the end of the decade. Next, we have another Stellantis brand, Fiat, which is an Italian automobile manufacturer formerly part of the Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, and since 2021 has been a subsidiary of Stellantis through its Italian division, Stellantis Italy. On July 11th, in 1899, Giovanni Angeli was part of the group of the founding members of Fiat, which stood for the fabricating of Italian automobiles of Torino. The first Fiat plant opened in 1900 with 35 staff members making 24 cars. Known from the beginning for the talent and creativity of its engineering staff, by 1903, Fiat made a small profit and produced 135 cars. This grew to 1,149 cars by 1906. Sales of Fiats have branded vehicles in the U.S. peaked in 2014 after selling over 46,000 units. Their sales, however, have been free-falling since 2014 and has dropped to 41% in 2018. It is the lowest mark of the company since their reintroduction to the U.S. market after a 25-year absence. Now we're going to take a look at Land Rover. Land Rover is a British brand of predominantly four-wheel drive, off-road capable vehicles owned by a nationally car manufacturer, Jaguar Land Rover, since 2008, a subsidiary of India's Tata Motors. Prior to becoming Land Rover, the Rover Company, as they were called, developed a template for the modern bicycle with its Rover Safety Bicycle of 1885. The company moved into the automobile industry after that. It started building motorcycles first, then cars using their Viking Longship badge from 1904. All production moved to Sohill plant after World War II. Land Rover vehicles were developed in 1948. Land Rover is struggling in the high-class SUV market, even though the company all but invented the SUV as a status symbol. As the SUV replaces both the minivan and the sedan, Land Rover's dominance in the world of high-class SUVs faltered and has not recovered since. Here we have Škoda Works. Established as an arms manufacturer in 1859, it was one of the largest European industrial conglomerates of the 20th century. Founded by Czech engineer Emil Škoda in 1859 in Plzeň, then in the Kingdom of Bohemia, Australia Empire. It is the predecessor of today's Škoda Auto, Doosan, Škoda Power, and Škoda Transportation companies. Škoda Works became state-owned in 1948. After 1991, it was gradually privatized to the German Volkswagen Group, becoming a partial subsidiary in 1994 and a wholly owned subsidiary in 2000. Škoda automobiles are sold in over 100 countries, and in 2018, total global sales reached 1.25 million units, an increase of 4.4% from the previous year. The operating profit is £1.6 in 2017, an increase of 34.6% over the previous year. As of 2017, Škoda's profit margin was the second highest of all Volkswagen AG brands after Porsche. With no dealer network, no reputation, and a model lineup that would need tweaking to legally and culturally work in the US, plus Volkswagen's owned a presence here already, there's no real plan for our Škoda brand here. Next is Mercedes-Benz. It traces its origins to Karl Benz's first internal combustion engine in a car, seen in the Benz patent motor wagon, which was Gottlieb Daimler's and their engineer Wilhelm Maybach's conversion of a stagecoach. The Mercedes automobile was first marketed in 1901 by DMG. Don't even ask me to pronounce what this means. In May 2022, Mercedes-Benz announced that it has recently sold the most expensive car at the price of $142 million. The car is a very rare 1955 Mercedes-Benz SLR that has been kept in the German automaker's collection and bought by a private owner. From November 2019 and onwards, Mercedes-Benz badged heavy commercial vehicles, trucks, and buses, which are managed by Daimler Truck, a former part of Mercedes-Benz Group, turned into an independent company in late 2021. In 2018, Mercedes-Benz was the largest brand of premium vehicles in the world, having sold 2.3 million passenger cars. As we get towards the end of this video, next on our list is Opel Automobile, which is a German automobile manufacturer which has been a subsidiary of Stellantis since 2021. It was owned by General Motors from 1929 until 2017 and the PSA Group, which is a predecessor of Stellantis from 2017 until 2021. Most of the Opel lineup is marketed under Vauxhall Motors brand, which is in the United Kingdom since the 1980s. Some Opel vehicles were badge engineered in Australia under the Holden brand until 2020. In North America and China under the Buick, Saturn, and Cadillac brands, and then South America under the Chevrolet brand. Opel traces its roots to a sewing machine manufacturer founded by Adam Opel in 1862 in Rusholme, Maine. The company began manufacturing bicycles in 1886 and produced its first automobile in 1899. French automaker PSA Group, which controls the Peugeot, Citroën, DS, and Opel Vauxhall brands, plans to sell cars in the United States no later than 2026. Headquartered in Rusholme, the company has 10 plants and 4 development and test centers in 6 European countries. Opel employs around 35,600 people in Europe, with more than 18,250 of them in Germany. Opel and Vauxhall are present in over 50 countries. Next on our list, we have Tatra, which is a Czech vehicle manufacturer. It's owned by the Tatra Truck Company and is one of the oldest companies in the world producing motor vehicles with an unbroken history. The company was founded in 1850, and in 1890, the company became a joint stock company. In 1897, they produced a Present, which was the first factory-produced automobile with a gasoline engine to be made in Central and Eastern Europe. In 1919, it changed its name to Tatra, named after the nearby Tatra Mountains on the Czechoslovakian-Polish border, now the Polish-Slovak border. Tatra's automotive history ended in 1999 with the production of the extremely exotic and highly rare Tatra 700, only 65 of which were ever built. Today, Tatra's production focuses on heavy off-road trucks based on its century-long development of backbone chassis, swinging half axles, and air-cooled engines. Drumroll, please. The oldest company is Peugeot, which is a French brand of automobiles owned by Stellantis. The family business that preceded the current Peugeot company was founded in 1810 with a steel foundry that soon started making hand tools and kitchen equipment, and then bicycles. In 1858, Emil Peugeot applied for the trademark. Armand Peugeot built the company's first car steam tricycle. They joined forces with Leon Serpollet in 1886. This was followed in 1890 by an internal combustion car with a Panhard Daimler engine. Peugeot hasn't sold a car in the U.S. since 1991, but the Peugeot inception may be the brand's return if Stellantis decides. French cars haven't been sold in the U.S. since Peugeot 505 sedan left the country in 1991. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something about the oldest companies in the world. Until next time, Fix It with Jeff. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe.